everybody, and happy Thursday. Today I have another book about pets, and this book is The Fairy Dogmother. It is written by Caroline Crowe, and it's published by Tiger Tales, and we want to thank them for allowing us to read this book to you today. So, we all know what a fairy godmother is, but what is a fairy dogmother? Are you ready to find out? Do you want to find out what it's all about, Charlie? Let's find out. Okay, let's get started. And we've got pictures of dogs. And looks like Charlie wants some attention right now, doesn't it? Okay, it's time to read the book. The Fairy Dogmother. Okay, he must be jealous that I'm reading a book about a dog. What do you think, Ben? The Fairy Dogmother. Okay. It was a perfectly ordinary day at the Woofington Dog Rescue Center. Cinders had helped Bernard dig for dinosaurs, given Boots some mountain climbing tips, and was just wondering what was for lunch when Wagracadabra! Priscilla Paws coughed a voice. Fairy Dogmother, at your service. Cinders was understandably surprised. Fairy Dogmother, he woofed. Like a godmother, nodded Priscilla. The same wings and wand, but one or two differences. Now, all you have to do is wish. But what should I wish for? Asked Cinders. Whatever will make you the happiest you can be, answered Priscilla. So, what is the difference between a fairy godmother and a dogmother? Well, they have a different amount of legs, and dogs have hairy butts, and dogmothers grant happiness to dogs, and fairy godmothers grant wishes to humans. What would you wish for, Charlie? What would make you the happiest? But Cinders was already pretty happy. I have a cozy bed and food to eat, many friends, and holes to dig, he told Priscilla. I don't mean to hurry you, interrupted Priscilla, but wishes have a time limit. Chop, chop, this clock won't stop. It's no good, said Cinders, rolling on his back. I can't think of anything. So Cinders did what he always did when he had a problem. Ben, what would you wish for? I'll let you think about it, okay? Charlie's thinking too. He asked his friends for help. Of course, everyone had a suggestion. I know what I'd wish for, barked Rough and Tough together. Sausages. True happiness is a bone, suggested Titch. Wouldn't you just like for once to catch your tail, asked Ruff. I don't know. Charlie, what would you wish for? Sausages? To finally dig that bone? Priscilla shook her head. I wouldn't recommend it. We need to hurry, she added. The clock is ticking. And it really was, loudly, which was very distracting. I'd love longer legs, sighed Pebbles. Imagine the possibilities, exclaimed Bernard. Boots and Tallulah. I'd wish for a ball, shouted Boris. See that? See those really long legs? Would you like really long legs? I'll bet if Charlie had really long legs, that would get him all the food off the counter. A wonderful idea, Priscilla winked. I know he didn't mean that kind of ball, but fairy godmothers aren't the only ones who love to dance. I mean, how silly is that? Isn't that awesome? Dogs at a ball. That would be fun, wouldn't it? What do you think, Ben? Do you think that'd be a better dance if you had dogs? Soon wishes were coming so fast that Cinders couldn't keep track. I wish I could climb trees. I want a water ski, to ride a unicycle, to go to space, to be a cat. And time was almost up. 10, 9, 8, 7. It's just no good, cried Cinders. I just can't pick. All right, we just need to talk about for a minute the dog that wants to be a cat. I can tell you right now that Charlie would like to catch a cat, but I don't think he'd want to be a cat. What do you think, Ben? Then old Wally lifted his paw and barked. what about a real owner? And everyone went quiet because more than anything, the one thing they all wanted was someone to take them home and love them. Suddenly, Cinders knew exactly what to do. What do you think he's gonna do? What do you think he's gonna wish for? I wish for all my friends to find perfect homes with people who love them, he smiled. And with a flick of Priscilla's wand, they did. Cinder's tail was the waggiest of all. His friends were all the happiest they could be, and it was all because of him. Thanks, Cinder's Wolf Pebbles, you're the best. And look at this. All the dogs have new families. Do you see that? It was so quiet after everyone had left. At least Priscilla was still there. Thank you for my wish, Cinder said. Do you think they'll come back to visit? In my experience, smiled Priscilla, fairy tales always have a happy ending. And she was right, because across town, Ben had just asked his fairy godmother for a best friend. Okay, what's gonna happen now? So Ben wants a best friend. And he just asked his fairy godmother for one. And remember, fairy godmothers grant wishes to humans. And that is how Ben met Cinders. Because as you know, look at that. The godmother and the dog mother. And look, Ben and Cinders. And what do we all know? Cinders is absolutely the very best friend anyone could wish for. Just ask them. And here we go. We have all the dogs at the park with their new families. The end. I would love to know what you think about this story. So please let us know on our Instagram page. And what would you wish for if you could have your wish granted? Charlie fell asleep on me, so I don't think he's gonna tell us what he wants. But Ben, if you had a wish, what would you wish for?
More dogs.
More dogs. I would love more dogs. I love my dogs, and another one would be great. I will be back next week with 2 brand new stories, and I'm gonna start sharing some holiday books with you next week as well. So I hope to see everyone back here on Tuesday. So have a great weekend, and I'll see you soon.